Wemby wants to win. Like, he wants to win. It's more than just the numbers and the highlights, and he's going to put on the show. We get that. But the contagious energy that he's bringing, that mindset, we send it from Stephon Castle. This Spurs team is walking into arenas every single night with the mindset that they're trying to win this basketball.
The San Antonio Spurs just pulled off something unreal. Back-to-back Rookie of the Year winners. One is a 7'5" defensive cheat code from France. The other is a 6'6" perimeter menace with a non-stop motor. Together, they're already a two-way nightmare shaking the NBA.
March 12th, another lob, and another big finish. Area 51.
This isn't some distant projection. This isn't a give-it-time situation. The Spurs are reshaping the NBA right now, and the league has a serious problem trying to keep up. To understand why, you have to understand the Spurs draft history. Few franchises have drafted as consistently well, and their success isn't accidental. It's a deliberate pattern that fueled championships in 1999, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014. San Antonio has a knack for turning draft picks into cornerstone players, whether at the top of the lottery or deep in the later rounds. Their approach combines international scouting, patience, and elite player development, creating multiple dynasties. It began with David Robinson, selected first overall in 1987. Robinson won Rookie of the Year, 2 championships, a Defensive Player of the Year award, an MVP, and later entered the Hall of Fame. Tim Duncan followed a decade later, picked first overall in 1997. The Big Fundamental anchored 5 championships, won 2 MVPs, 3 Finals MVPs, and retired as the Spurs' all-time leader in points, rebounds, and blocks. Like Robinson, he's now a Hall of Famer. San Antonio didn't stop at the top of the draft. In the early 2000s, gems emerged outside the lottery. Tony Parker, taken with the final pick of the first round in 2001, and Manu Ginobili, selected 57th overall in 1999, joined Duncan to form the legendary Big Three. Parker became a 4-time champion and Hall of Famer, finishing his career with over 19,000 points and 7,000 assists. Ginobili, also a Hall of Famer, brought creativity, chaos, 2 All-NBA selections, and a 6th Man of the Year award in 2008. This success continued into the 2010s with Kawhi Leonard, drafted 15th overall in 2011. Leonard evolved into a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, the 2014 Finals MVP, and a central figure in the Spurs' 5th title, before being traded in 2018. After Duncan's era ended, the Spurs rebuilt through the draft, selecting Kelvin Johnson 29th overall in 2019, Devin Vassell 11th in 2020, and Jeremy Sochan 7th in 2022, building a young core while waiting for their next franchise-altering moment. That moment arrived in 2023. San Antonio won the ultimate lottery ticket, selecting Victor Wembanyama first overall, a 7'5" phenom who immediately lived up to the hype. Wembanyama won Rookie of the Year, earned All-Defensive First-Team honors, and became an All-Star in his second season. Nicknames like the Alien and the Extraterrestrial followed naturally, as he did things on the court no human should be capable of. Then, against all odds, the Spurs did it again. A year later, lottery luck struck once more. San Antonio moved up in the draft and selected Stephon Castle with the 4th pick, a combo guard who quickly followed Wembanyama's lead by winning the franchise's 2nd straight Rookie of the Year. Together, the duo has already created a two-way nightmare, turning heads across the league and signaling that the Spurs' draft dominance is far from over. The Spurs' history shows this isn't luck, it's a system. And right now, they're proving it once again, building a young, elite core that could define the next era of basketball excellence.
The lob! Victor catches it facing the other way.
In November 2024, someone on X coined a nickname that immediately stuck: Area 51. It wasn't random. It was inspired by their jersey numbers. Stephon Castle wears number 5. Victor Wembanyama wears number 1. Together, Area 51, a no-fly zone. And yes, the comparison to the infamous U.S. Air Force Base in Nevada, known for UFOs and aliens, feels almost too perfect. Victor practically dunks from the three-point line, while Stephon isn't far behind when it comes to jaw-dropping aerial displays. He even finished as a runner-up in the 2024 Slam Dunk Contest. The nickname isn't just clever, it captures the essence of what these two are doing on the court. Their combined talents are reshaping the NBA landscape in real time. The last time the Spurs hit this hard in the draft, they built a dynasty. The question now isn't whether this duo is special. It's whether history is about to repeat itself. Victor Wembanyama's hype was built for moments like this. From day one, the 7'5" phenom was pegged as one of the most talented prospects the NBA had ever seen. And through his early career in San Antonio, he's done exactly what generational talents are supposed to do: exceed expectations while raising the bar. In his third season, Wembanyama is averaging nearly 25 points and 10 rebounds per game, while also recording 3.5 blocks per contest. On top of that, his field goal percentage has hit a career high. He's adjusted his game, cutting back on low-percentage three-point attempts and working closer to the rim, where his unique combination of size, athleticism, and coordination makes him virtually unstoppable. Despite his offensive potential, Wembanyama's true calling card remains on defense. His timing instincts and shot-blocking ability have already cemented him as the premier rim protector in the NBA by a noticeable margin. But it's not just about highlight blocks. Wembanyama alters opponent shots, disrupts offensive rhythm, and forces opposing players to adjust their entire game plan. In short, he's reshaping what the Spurs' defense looks like while still technically in a rebuilding phase. The word unicorn gets thrown around frequently in NBA discussions, but Wembanyama actually earns it. His size, coordination, and defensive IQ are unparalleled. Since blocks were officially tracked in the 1973-74 season, only 19 players have ever averaged 3.5 or more blocks per game. Wembanyama did it as the youngest player in 2023-24, recording 3.6 blocks per contest. He then pushed that to 3.8 the following season, leading the league in total blocks despite playing just over half the year. Wembanyama's impact goes beyond statistics. He changes the number of shots opponents take at the rim and their success rate when they do attack. His presence is also psychological. With an 8-foot wingspan and nearly 10-foot standing reach, the mere threat of a block forces players to alter their approach mid-drive. Opponents attempt to float shots over him, but Wembanyama's timing allows him to contest these attempts with fingertip precision. Simply put, he's redefining what a center can be in today's NBA. And then there's Stephon Castle, the 6'6" perimeter nightmare. Already in just his second season, Castle is a two-way force. He's improved across nearly every category: scoring, playmaking, rebounding, rim attacks, free throw attempts. His turnovers are higher than coaches would like, but his defensive presence more than compensates. Castle regularly locks down the opposing team's top guard, neutralizing threats night after night. If he ever becomes an average three-point shooter, paired with Wembanyama's presence and the Spurs' supporting cast, opposing defenses are in serious trouble. Castle's defense isn't flashy. He doesn't rely on steals or blocks. Instead, he uses positioning, a strong base, and clean lateral movement to wall off drivers and force tough, contested shots. He's disciplined, avoids fouls, and consistently funnels players into bad decisions. His aggression fuels offensive creativity too, threading tight windows, making reads that few players his age attempt, and hitting cutters in stride. Over time, his decision-making and ball control will improve even further. Offensively, Castle thrives on downhill pressure, attacking the rim and drawing fouls at a high rate. He's cutting back on low-efficiency threes, instead generating higher percentage looks near the basket. Sharing touches with fellow guards like De'Jon Fox and Dylan Harper eases the burden and puts a spotlight on Castle's ability to knock down open catch-and-shoot shots when defenses sag off him. He's fearless, willing to play as the primary star, but just as comfortable filling gaps. That mindset helped him lead UConn to a national championship as a one-and-done freshman in 2024. The synergy between Wembanyama and Castle is the foundation of Area 51. Since Wembanyama entered the league, he's been the most intimidating presence at the rim, and Castle's perimeter defense complements him perfectly. Castle has been thrown into the fire guarding elite scorers like Devin Booker, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Steph Curry, and he hasn't been overwhelmed once. Together, they've turned the half of the floor they defend into a no-fly zone. Wandering into that area without a plan, you're probably not coming out unscathed. The results are already visible. Last season, the Spurs ranked 21st in defense. With Wembanyama and Castle sharing the floor, they're inside the top 10. Wembanyama anchors the defense, but Castle's contributions are drawing more attention league-wide. Both players won Rookie of the Year in consecutive seasons, making the Spurs just the second franchise since 1975 to accomplish back-to-back winners. While the award often highlights offensive stats, Castle emphasizes what sets them apart: their defensive identity. "Defense is our identity," Castle said. "We both take pride in being two-way players. How many pick and rolls we guard together. How often we read off each other's guy. How much I help him rebound. It's all those little things on defense that make us important for the team." Offensively, their complementary skill sets amplify each other. Wembanyama's rim presence draws multiple defenders, opening up lanes for Castle to attack downhill. Meanwhile, Castle's ability to create offense and pressure defenses allows Wembanyama to operate in spaces he otherwise wouldn't. Their chemistry is evident in real time: perfectly timed cuts, screens, and reads, all executed without hesitation. This early success isn't a fluke. During the off-season of 2025, Wembanyama spent significant time recovering from a blood clot scare, but he trained harder than ever. What wasn't publicized was his one-on-one work with Castle, obsessing over film, walking through possessions, and developing defensive reads that now show up nightly. When De'Aaron Fox missed the start of the season with a hamstring injury, that chemistry became even more essential. No, it hasn't been flawless, but the progress has been rapid and a little scary. For a duo in its first full season together, the growth has been undeniable. The Spurs aren't just rebuilding, they're reloading. And the rest of the NBA? They now have a serious Victor Wembanyama and Stephon Castle problem. Are we witnessing the foundation of the Spurs' next dynasty? Or do they still need another piece to reach elite status? That question looms large over the league. One thing is clear: Area 5-1 is already one of the most exciting, disruptive duos in modern NBA history. The combination of Wembanyama's rim-altering dominance and Castle's perimeter lockdown skills has made the Spurs a team to watch, not in the future, but right now. Fans and analysts alike are beginning to take notice. When both are on the court together, the Spurs play with a level of cohesion and defensive intelligence rarely seen from such a young pairing. Opponents are forced to plan around them, and opposing players visibly hesitate when attacking the paint. The psychological impact of Wembanyama's presence, paired with Castle's relentless perimeter pressure, creates a defensive nightmare that's difficult to prepare for. Offensively, the duo's chemistry continues to grow. Castle thrives in pick-and-roll situations, reading Wembanyama's movements and capitalizing on the spacing the big man creates. Wembanyama, meanwhile, benefits from Castle drawing defenders, opening lanes for his own scoring opportunities. Together, they generate mismatches and create consistent offensive efficiency, while simultaneously disrupting opposing offenses. What makes this so exciting is the potential for growth. Castle's turnover issues will naturally improve with experience, and his shooting is expected to develop into a reliable weapon. Wembanyama, still only in his third season, continues to refine his offensive game, balancing perimeter threats with dominant interior play. As they grow individually and as a tandem, Area 51 has the potential to be not just a dominant young pairing, but a foundational core capable of building a Spurs dynasty that rivals the legends of the past. The Spurs' history of drafting and developing stars is the blueprint. From David Robinson to Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Kawhi Leonard, San Antonio has consistently turned talent into championships. Now, with Wembanyama and Castle, that pattern looks set to continue. Their work ethic, commitment to two-way play, and early chemistry make them an early contender for a franchise-defining pairing. History may not repeat itself, but the Spurs are giving it a serious chance. The combination of Wembanyama's alien-like physical tools and Castle's fearless, intelligent perimeter play has already transformed what was expected to be a rebuilding season into something far more dangerous. The NBA now faces a challenge few anticipated just a year ago. How do you compete against two of the most talented and well-rounded young players in the game, simultaneously redefining what defense looks like across the league? Every game they play together is a showcase of their unique abilities. Wembanyama's rim protection, combined with Castle's disciplined on-ball defense, forces opponents into low-percentage decisions. The Spurs, once a team in transition, are now capable of dominating games on both ends of the floor. The nickname Area 5-1 doesn't just describe them. It encapsulates the territory they've claimed in the league, a half-court no-fly zone where most offenses simply don't want to venture. And while the future is wide open, one thing is already certain. Victor Wembanyama and Stephon Castle have changed the conversation. They're redefining expectations for young players, challenging conventional notions of rebuilding, and proving that two rookies, albeit extraordinarily gifted ones, can shift the competitive balance of the NBA. Area 5-1 isn't just a nickname. It's a warning, a glimpse at what's next in San Antonio, and a signal that the Spurs are building something that could dominate for years to come. For fans, analysts, and anyone following the league, the only question left is, how far can this duo take the Spurs? And more importantly, will history repeat itself? With San Antonio turning these once-in-a-generation talents into the next championship core? One thing is certain, the NBA better start paying attention. And if you want in-depth Spurs and NBA breakdowns all season long, make sure to hit subscribe and ring the bell. The rise of Area 51 is just beginning, and you won't want to miss a single moment.